Turn that off. Sorry, I'm late getting started, you guys. I got stuck. I was trying to get a post up, and then, of course, everything slowed down, and I was at the mercy of Instagram for a few minutes, so sorry. Oh, that's not what I'm supposed to do. Oh, I know what I'll do. That's fine. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming to hang out. I'm going to be painting a couple mugs tonight. I did release a bunch of new Christmas ornaments in the shop, so I will give you, I've got some here so I can show you what they look like. They're ones that I have worked on the lives. And Ms. Jenna J. Grons told you guys about the fantastic varnish that she uses, and it has worked absolute wonders. So we will do that too, but I'm going to finish this section on these mugs, and then we will keep going. So I'm painting 2 mugs at the same time. These are made to order mugs. I don't have these ready to ship. I wait until someone places an order, and then I put these into my production timeline and paint them specifically for the person. I can paint them on either black or white mugs, but this is the design that I'm offering right now for made to order. I'm planning on switching that up every once in a while, but I just don't have one to replace it quite yet. So bear with me 1 second. I gotta come back and say hello. Hi, Kim. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Patty. How you doing? It's good to see ya. Hi, Cindy. Christine. It's like reading Rainbow. Hi, Terry. How you doing? How's everybody been? I hope you're doing well. I feel like it's been a hectic bit of time, so I'm really happy to sit down and hang out with you guys to paint for a little bit. We've got some swoops to do next, but like I said, I'll show you the Christmas ornaments that I have done that are available on my shop. The link for that's in my bio. They're all listed there. Now, I don't trust Canada Post or USPS. I don't want to push it much further. So if it's something that you're looking to have delivered in time for the holidays and time for Christmas, I highly recommend you get that order in as soon as you can. You know, I like to say that I trust the estimated delivery dates that the postal services are giving, but it honestly freaks me right out. So yeah. Sleepy Terry. The markets are a lot of work, eh? Aw, thanks, Kim. These are one of my favorite color combos. I use them on some ornaments as well. Just my favorite. I know, it was busy there for a minute. Hi, Terry. Oh, and you're tired, Kim. I'm sorry. They'll come back. It's fine. Hi, Kimmy D. Yeah, it was Reading Rainbow, I think. I think that was it. Or was it the polka dot door? I can't remember. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I'm so glad you like it. They never said my name. They always said it as a boy name. They never said. Sometimes they'd say Jamie, but not very often. Most of the time it was James was the closest that I was going to get. I always wanted to, though. I always wanted to hear them say my name. Almost time for vacation. Oh, that's nice. What are you going to do with your vacation? Are you having a staycation? I think you told me. I can't remember, though. Or are you going away somewhere? So we've got swoops to do after this. So I'm going to finish these walking dots. Then I will show you the Christmas ornaments. And then we'll be able to keep going. So many projects on the go right now. These are the two that are the number one priority because they need to go out next. I've got some orders. If you've placed an order in the last day or two, those will be going to the post office tomorrow. So if you do place an order for an ornament tonight, I will get it packed up and on its way to you tomorrow. I'm kind of in the mindset of if it means that I need to go to the post office every day between now and Saturday, then that's what I'll do. I'm debating leaving the Christmas ornaments up on my website after Friday, but I'm nervous about the shipping, to be honest with you. It's like I want to put huge disclaimers in the product description saying, do not order unless you're totally okay with it not making it to you in time for Christmas. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Okay, so let me put this aside for a quick second and let me show you the ornament. So the varnish that Jenna told you guys about, and then you told me was the Duraclear. It was recommended the high gloss varnish. I just had the gloss. They didn't have the high gloss at my Michael's. And it has worked fantastically. No smokiness, no cloudiness, no bubbles, no streaks, nothing. It looks freaking fantastic. Jenna. Oh my God. Completely changed my life. Patty, I'm going to be able to varnish yours and get them in the mail before the 15th for you now. I was able to take ornaments and sell them this weekend. I'm going to be able to take more. Jenna, you're incredible. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for sharing it. Polka dot door or romper room. Maybe it was romper room. Oh, nice, Kim. Have a nice staycation. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Sue. Thanks for coming and hanging out. No, Tiffany, this will not wash off. It has been varnished, and I used multi-surface acrylic paints on it, so it's going to adhere there really, really well. We've got a really good gloss varnish that has been tested. So for traditional color ornaments, they're different designs. We've got this one on the white and this one on the black. I think there's 3 of these ones left, and there's like 8 of these ones left on my website. And then for non-traditional colors, the rainbow colors that we like, there's this design with the rainbow paw print. And then we have another design that I did on 3 different kinds of ornaments. And it's this one here, again with the rainbow paw print. This one is that multicolored glitter. This one is the white glitter. And this one is black glitter. So these are the ornaments that are available in my shop now. Now, there was a couple of my not my older designs, but my designs from earlier in the year that I had a couple of left at the store, so I wanted to bring them home in case anybody wanted these. I think I've got one more of this design. Let me turn it this way. I think we're getting a lot of... So one more of this design, and I've got 3 or 4 of this one available. So they are on the website. Like I said, if you decide to order one tonight, it will get into the mail tomorrow. And if you buy 3 or more of anything on my website, you get 10% off. I am going to be writing up a step-by-step pattern for these 2 designs. That should be ready hopefully sometime next week. So I will post when that is up as well. And then just another quick update on the other projects that we've been working on. I haven't done any more since the live, so if you saw me working on them, but just for anybody who is catching up, we've got this candle holder. Still a little bit more to do. I'm going to put those pink top swoops on this here as well, and then I've got some blue dots that are going to go in here. And then that one's almost done, ready to be varnished. I love this one. This is a color scheme that will be getting used a whole shit ton. And then this one is almost done. as well. Pretty darn close. I've got a couple purple top dots to put on this one. So then they will be up there. Number 3 that I'm working on is this one with the teals. So it's almost done as well. And then the final one that is in the works right now is this one right here. Friggin' love this thing. So I'm excited. I've got lots and lots more detail that I want to add to this one. So this is going to evolve quite a bit over the next little while. But I will keep you guys posted as these get done. They are going to go to my pop-ups first. And then if they don't sell at the pop-ups, I will put them on the website. All right. And then on the mugs, I use multi-surface acrylic paints and they bake on and to cure. Stellati, thank you for the roses. That's so sweet. Oh, Miss Audrey's doing good. Oh, sorry, I got to sneeze. Miss Audrey's doing good. She's curled up on the bed right now. It's been a little chillier, so I've had the electric blanket on for her, and she's pretty happy with that. And how are you doing, Jenna? How is the custom order going? I'm just scrolling back to catch up here, guys. It's the best. I'm so in love with it already, Jenna, and I can't even... It makes me so excited for next year, to be honest with you. I've been kind of going through everything and looking at my monthly expenses and trying to figure out, like, how much money do I need to make each month, right? The things that we probably should know. Oh, hold on. Excuse me. And then I kind of reverse engineered it with the ornaments, and I know exactly how many ornaments I need to sell next year to literally kind of pay my salary for the year. And there is a huge part of me that's like, for game on, let's try it. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what can happen and go from there. And this varnish is going to be why that's even possible. No, Cindy, I haven't tried any of the brush dotting yet. I do want to learn how to do it. I did do a little bit of practicing. I've gotten some brushes and I want to start practicing, but I haven't done a ton yet. That's that's definitely on the list for the new year though. Hi Cal. That'll be nice, eh, Patty? It'll get it on its way to you soon. Oh, I'm so glad, Jenna. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. We might. I need to talk because I may need to commission a peen ornament one of these days, maybe for next year, if you keep doing them again. Oh, thank you, Kimmy D. That's so kind of you. Hi, Sarah. How are ya? The purple and yellow project. Was it that one that you were talking about in the background, Kim? Thank you. Isn't it amazing, the color scheme? Thank you, Cindy. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, Patty. The neon 1A is pretty awesome, eh, Sharon? It's so way back when, a couple of months ago, we did an incense holder in the Dot Mandala Inspiration Deck group. That was the first time we used this color combo. Then it ended up on a bunch of stuff, including the bus, which we need to get back to. And then when I knew I was going to paint some candle holders, I thought, you know what? I could sit and take a lot of spare time to try and figure out what I want to do as far as color schemes, or I could take color schemes that I already love and see what we could do with them. I'm really, really happy with those ones. Oh, thank you for the blessed poos. Absolutely, Kim. Let me grab the incense holder again here. So that's the incense holder. Now, I do want to do something on the outer edge here, but I haven't quite decided what yet. But it's coming. Thank you, Sharon, for the blessed poo. Thank you for the bless yous. Oh, do I brush on the varnish? Yes, I did. With a square flat brush. You're missing comments? Oh, that's not good. I don't know what's been going on with social media lately, because between Facebook, me not being able to see all the comments there, and I don't know, it's been really frustrating. You and Jen are why I'm obsessed with dotting ornaments. Oh, yay, Cal. Oh, I'm glad that's been fun. I'm glad that it's enjoyable for you and it gives you ideas, hopefully. Hi, Crystal. How you doing? You're welcome, you guys. All right, I'm going to take a drink and then we're going to keep going with these mugs. After my pop-up on Sunday, I was trying to figure out what I was going to leave on the shelf and what I was going to bring back here with me. And I just thought, you know what? If there's a chance that I can get a few more ornaments in the mail to you guys before the cutoff dates, and it's completely selfishly, the more chance I give myself to sell more ornaments, right? The better it can kind of be a win-win. Need a cup of tea? Tea's so good for the soul. Let's see if that works. Okay, Sharon. Hopefully it will. All right, so now we're going to do some swoops. We are going to start with some orange swoops. And I'm going to kind of raise you guys up this way a little bit. If you're new to my lives, please know that I can't see the screen while I'm painting. But I will pause and come back to the comments to make sure that I can answer any of your questions that you guys have. So I'm painting both of these mugs at the same time. Same design, same color scheme, going to different people. But this assembly line process has really made a big difference in my ability to complete multiple projects in a bit shorter of an amount of time. So I figured I'd run with it. And I'm really sorry, you guys. I need to go and grab myself a tissue. Because I don't think I have any in here. Okay, sit tight for 1 second. I'll be right back. Hi, Audrey. How you doing? You okay? You okay, baby? You alright? You're a good girl. She woke up for a second, gave me the stink eye, and then rolled right back over and went right back to sleep. I should have known. Kimmy D, I'm painting wood slice ornaments. Nice. Wreath Santa, that's cool. Oh, lovely. That's so wonderful. It's so therapeutic, eh? Doing a half moon? I've never done one, no. So the yellow and the orange are not metallic paints. I've not been able to find metallic orange or yellow multi-surface acrylic paints. So kind of made my own. I did find a dark orange rust color. That's the first time I found one. And I added a bunch of yellow to it. A yellow gold, as well as a little bit of white pearl. So I added some yellow satin paint to the dark orange metallic and just kind of played with it. So there's a little bit of shimmer in the orange and the yellow, but not like the other colors that I've used on this mug. They are definitely much more metallic and shiny than the orange and the yellow. But thankfully, it has not negatively impacted the designs in any way, which is nice. All right, I'm going to flip these around and come back and I will answer some questions. It is your mug, Cynthia. How you doing? Hi, Jackie. How you doing? Trying to use your diamond technique for the moon. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Yeah, the pearlizing medium probably would. I just don't know that I can use that on with multi-surface paints. I don't know if that would impact the multi-surface paint's ability to adhere, because they've all been telling us that we can't. Now, I might be able to, mixing it with that and a bit of glass medium, but this has done the same kind of thing. That's the hard part. Multi-surface paints can be a little bit more finicky You're doing okay, Jackie? That's good. I'm doing all right, thanks. I'm tired. And you know what? If you do your wash test and make sure that it's adhered, then that's really, really good. It's all trial and error with what you're working on. Yeah, that's just something to be aware of. Anytime that you modify the paints or change the curing from the instructions that they've got there, you're risking them not adhering. Now, if it's not something that you need to use multi-surface paint for, then that's totally fine. But like glass and ceramic, just know the risk, right? It might work perfectly fine, and that's fan-freaking-tastic. Just keep it in the back of your mind to keep an eye on. That's all. Yeah, I've been a little tired, Jackie, but everything is fine. Life has just been busy. You know, we all get to that point where life tries to tell us to just sit down for a few minutes, and life's telling me to sit down a little. That makes a difference too. That definitely makes a difference too. But sometimes I've had multi-surface paints I've had paints just slide right off, even if they don't come in contact with water. Like just putting your hand on it, and the heat from your hand can pull stuff down. But you can do a wash test to make sure it's adhered. That was the point of the wash test idea. Do a wash test to make sure that it's adhered properly, because if it hasn't adhered properly, even if it comes off under a gentle hand wash, then chances are, you know, if I had a mug and it didn't have the multi-surface paints, I've had the ones where I could put my hand around it and get warm, and I could literally slide the dots around with my fingers. And I'm sure that depends on the paints and how long they've been curing and all of that good stuff. But like I said, just be aware. It's not about it whether it's going to wash off. It's will it adhere all together. So just do your test. Make sure you know, that's the only thing. CYA was one of the most important things I ever learned. And that was just cover your ass. Cover your ass just in case. Because, yeah. All right, so now, but you know how to test your products. You don't need me telling you. All right, so now we're going to wait for the orange swoops to dry a little bit, and we're going to get started on the purple that's going to go on the other side here. And actually, I'm going to just straighten this out a little bit. Everything's an experiment, right? Everything's an experiment. We have an idea of how things should go, and then we have our own little corner of the world that has its own unique circumstances and environmental, influences and everything that could completely throw what should happen right out the window. So things that don't work well for me here could work very, very well for you, right? Things that don't work well for you could work really well for me. It's about being okay with the experimentation to make sure that you know that your process is where you want it to be. And that is definitely something that you already do very, very well. All right, so I'm going to go with a 6 here. So the reason I'm letting those swoops dry before I go in and do the next set of swoops is that if you paint over partly dry paint, especially dragging swoops over it, it could pull, if I'm painting with my yellow, it could pull some of the orange off, and it can just make things really gooey. So I prefer to try and let the paint dry a little bit. So that's where we're going to switch to the bottom half here for a minute and let those ones dry. I want to try and get as much of these mugs done as absolutely humanly possible tonight. So once I'm done the purple row, I'll come back and I will catch up on the comments. So if you're new to my lives and you've left a comment, please know that I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see the screen while I'm painting. So what I'll do is I will pause on a regular basis and come back to the comments and scroll back and catch up on anything that I've missed. So one of these 2 mugs is going to Miss Cynthia of the Rain Gallery. And I don't remember where the other one's going. It's to somebody new, somebody that I've never sent anything to before. So that's pretty cool. And if you have had your eye on any of the Christmas ornaments, they are available in my shop right now. We're kind of getting close to being under the wire as far as postal deliveries in time for Christmas and everything, but there are about, I think there's 44 ornaments that are up there, and how many different designs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different designs. So if you've had your eye on one, and also know if you buy 3 or more, you'll get 10% off automatically at checkout of anything on my website. So if you bought a mug, an ornament, and a pattern, you're still going to get 10% off at the checkout. So just keep delivery times in mind. And let me know if in the comments if you want to see the ornaments that are available. I've got them here with me. I'm happy to show you them. So these are made to order mugs. I don't have these ready. I paint them when somebody places their order. It's usually a good 4 to 6 week turnaround for the made to order, because it all depends on what else I'm working on and how easy those projects are to stop or to put on hold to paint the mugs. It's kind of nice when there's a couple of them that have come in at the same time. It makes it a little easier to block out the time to do a couple at once, like we're doing it now. So once I do the purple on this mug, I'm going to do the same row on the other mug as well. But before I do the purple on the other mug, I will pause and come back to the comments and see what's going on. This purple paint's a little stringy, so it takes me a little bit more time. Oops. Stringy, stringy. Remember, if you're using a chalk marker or any kind of a chalk line on your mugs for a guideline, you're going to probably, the first time you go over the design and the chalk line to remove it, it's probably just going to move some of the chalk around. It's probably going to leave some residue behind. So make sure that you go back over it a couple times and check your dots. What I ended up finding is when I was wiping it off, I was getting a lot of chalk residue on the actual pink dots themselves. So I had to kind of pull back and try and wipe off that residue as well. So keep an eye on your dots as well, because the chalk will go on them. All right, so I'm just going to scroll back, make sure I haven't missed anything. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, thank you, Brianne. These are some of my favorite colors. Oh, I'm so glad, Cynthia. Oh, you're so sweet, Crystal. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I really appreciate that so much. Every time you guys interact in any way with my content, it means the absolute world to me. And you know, I don't show up the way that I want to, and I want to show up more consistently with all of that stuff. And please know it means a great deal. First test of the bake only multi-surface. Oh, that's fantastic. Hi, Tara. Fantastic. Good job. I really appreciate that, Crystal. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. How did you like painting the mug, Tara? Did you enjoy it? All right, so we're going back over to here, and I'm going to just take a quick drink first. Pretty good for the first half hour. I'm pretty happy. We've gotten quite a bit done so far. That's awesome. Awesome, Jennifer. Please keep keeping us posted. That's really cool to know. I love hearing about your experiments. It's obvious that you have so much fun doing those. That's wonderful. You do. So Jennifer, who commented right above you, Jennifer, hey, got any grapes? She is the one that made this stand. And if you click on her bio, she has a link to her Etsy store. And they are incredibly reasonably priced. I think she should be charging a lot more for them. However, it's not my business. But yes, if you, it's money well spent. It's worth every single penny that you could spend on this stand. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, this mug stand is the best thing ever. If you plan on painting a lot of mugs, I think it's an absolute essential. I have to put this down because I've turned it so many times that now there we go. I adjust mine a lot. I'm constantly moving it around. It's so incredibly versatile. The thing that I am really bad at, though, is when I turn it, I always pull out. So I end up almost pulling these apart and then have to push them back in again because I just don't know my own strength. I just rip them apart. But they're fantastic. Glossy black wine glasses. Ooh, very nice. Oh, Ross is a great store. God, I miss that store. Yes, exactly. Yeah, you need to go and get one of the mug holders before she says, "Oh yeah, maybe I should charge more." Yes, go get one. I promise. That's why we love supporting Jennifer, right? She is all about experimenting and sharing what she learns and make sure that it's easily able to get into the hands of anybody who needs or wants it. And Jennifer, your heart is so friggin' huge. And that's the hard part. The shipping is the hard part. Now, I wonder, we might have to take a look at that at some point because we might need to figure out a way for me to be like a Canadian distributor or find you like a UK distributor or something, Jennifer. We might have to figure that out. Oh, nice. That's awesome. That'd be great. That's so cool that he made that for you. That's awesome. Lots of awesome assistance out there, right? Lots of ways that we can make our lives easier. And tools like this are how that happens. So I am so grateful for Jennifer's experimentation and constant analysis and striving for perfection in all of this. It's quite inspiring. She's live a lot too, so I highly recommend giving her a follow so that you know when you can go and spend time with her. She does all kinds of cool stuff. Well, yeah, of course it's different, but that's cool that, still finding ways to create what you need is such a huge part of all of this, right? Like, it would be lovely if we could just go and buy all the pretty stuff and have everything there. But then we have these things that we can make our own pretty things and they work perfectly good. It's so wonderful to be able to have access to stuff like that where you can find people that can make it. And even if I can't make it myself, there's other people that do make it. It's so important. So important. Yes, I use multi-surface acrylic paints. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you for answering that. So yes, grab yourself one of the mug stands when you can. It's fantastic. I really like Craft Smart multi-surface paints for mugs. I find the folk art too thick, and literally will leave peaks on the dots that are almost sharp. So I'm not a fan of folk art. Folk art can be nice to keep around though, to mix with if you ever get a Deco Art or a Craft Smart that's a little on the thin side. That can be a really nice thing to mix with. Just to thicken them up a little bit. So that's kind of what I use the folk art for now. Most of the time I use the Craft Smart. I have bought a couple of the Deco Art Americana, and I've had mixed feelings about them. Sometimes they're great, other times they mix up really weird and have these weird different consistencies. So I think that depends on the paint and probably the age of the paint as well. But my go-to is Craft Smart Multi-Surface from Michaels. There's lots of other great brands out there, though, depending on where you are and what kind of access you have, through the internet and through your art supply stores in your area, or places that you can order from. We all have access to different stuff, and there's some great paints all over the place. Hi, Omari. Yes, I use multi-surface acrylic paints, and I use, mainly Craft Smart. You're most welcome. Thanks again, Sharon. And that's a really good thing to say as well. If you ask a question and I'm painting and I don't get back to it right away, chances are one of my friends in the comments who know the answer will share the answer with you. This is a great place to come in and ask questions and collaborate with a bunch of different people who have tried a bunch of different techniques. There's no right way to do things. It's what are all the different ways that I could try that could potentially work out really well. All right, so I forgot to pull up my picture of the mug. So this design is based off of a downloadable pattern that I have on my website. It's called Delight. And I'll show you a picture of the original mug that I did with this design. It was this mug here. That was the original one. If I can ever get a hold of some of these pale blue mugs again, holy crap, I hope someday. So this is the same design, only now we're doing this on a tall, skinny mug instead of the short, chunky mug. So I just needed to get the picture out so I knew what I was working on and what the next steps were. I'd completely forgotten what the next steps were. So that downloadable pattern's available on my website as well. And it'll walk you through, just like a knitting pattern, it'll walk you through step by step how to create this design. Oh, thank you, Mary. Love it because I'm still experimenting and trying. Yes, and that's the way to do it, right? It's not trying to do something the way somebody else does, but watching how they do it and see if that would feel or work for you, right? And I hope to be an example of the right way for you isn't always the way that looks like it's the easiest for everybody else or from everybody else's perspective. You will come to find very quickly, if you have not already noticed from me, is that I do things a very difficult way. I don't often, I get in my own way an awful lot. But there's also times where I just enjoy the process of it. So yeah, I could do it maybe an easier or more efficient way, but I wouldn't enjoy it as much, right? So you've got to make sure that it's something you enjoy doing as well. Needs to be consistent. Needs to be consistent. All right, so let's keep going here. So I'm going to tilt this back up again. I'm not going to be able to see the comments again for a little bit here. So this time we are going to do on every third. Okay, so I'm gonna do. Oh, I love this blue. The Craftsmart metallic multi-surface paints are delicious. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. And this sapphire is one of my favorites. All right. That's for number 1. Then we switch and do the same on mug number 2. Yes, it is. It's sapphire. Yeah, I just said it 2 seconds too soon. Great minds. We got there. Yeah, this is the sapphire metallic. Now, one thing to note is that they have also come out, Michaels has also come out with a matte metallic line. So keep that in mind when you go to grab your multi-surface. They're still really beautiful paints, the matte metallics, but they don't have as much shine as these ones do. So keep that in mind and watch for that on your bottles. Make sure that you keep that in mind. The labels on the bottles of those Craftsmart multi-surface are a little bit different, so they feel a little bit different in your hand. At least up here they do anyway, here in Canada. But just know that that is something that exists out there, so you want to be aware of that when you are picking up those paints. Okay. And I think, what are we going to do with that? We're going to wait and see how that works out, I think. Okay, so now around those blue dots, we're going to do some walking dots. So I'm just going to tilt this up a little bit so I can paint this on a little bit more of an angle. And we are going to teal. For the first one, we're going to be doing 3 rows of walking dots. We're going to do teal, green, and yellow. The teal is our favorite native turquoise in the Craftsmart multi-surface. This one is one that I've had a really hard time getting. If you see it and you love the color, this is the color here. Grab as many bottles of it as you can, because they may go away. Oh, fantastic. And you already answered Sherry's question. Lovely. Thanks, guys. It is one of the favorite things that I have in my studio, Sherry, is this mug stand. Oops. All right. So I always like to go around and do my peak dots first, and then I'll go through and do my walking dots. This just allows me to go on automatic a little bit while I'm turning here. I know those lights are a pain in the ass, sorry. All right. And walking dots. So if you're new to my lives, I just can't see the screen on my phone right now, so I will pause in a little bit here and come back and catch up on any comments. So anytime you see me painting, assume that I can't see the screen. So it may take me a minute or two before I can come back and answer your comment. I just didn't want you to think that you're being ignored. And chances are, depending on the question, one of my friends might jump in and give you the answer. I released a bunch of ornaments on the website. So there's about 40 new ornaments that are there, 8 different designs. And I'm going to keep them listed on the website until midnight tomorrow. Just to keep in mind that if you want to make sure that they arrive to you before Christmas, they need to really get into the mail as soon as possible. So if you've had your eye on any of the Christmas ornaments, I highly recommend you get in there and grab them now. Especially if you want to have them arrive before the holidays, or in time for the holidays at least. Yes, this is the native turquoise. I don't know if it's going to go away or not. It's a fairly new color that I hadn't seen there before. And I don't know if we're just having an issue getting consistent stock, because there's a lot of stuff that's really picked over at my Michael's. It might have just been because of Black Friday and stuff, but there have been multiple times where I've walked into that store and I have not seen the native turquoise there. Still has the slot for it, so I know it's supposed to be there, but they haven't had it in stock. So just kind of keep that in mind, that you never know. We never know when our favorite paint color is going to be discontinued or something's going to happen. So if it's something that you see and something that you already can anticipate working with an awful lot, if you're able to stock up, it's definitely worthwhile. I do that with the pink tourmaline now too. You know I never have less than 3 bottles of pink tourmaline on hand. That's the hot pink that I've got in here, because I don't want to ever be without it. It's too important. Makes me too happy. The pink dots on these ones, they still have a little bit of cloudiness on them from when I wiped off the chalk line. So what I'll do is, once this is completely dry, once the whole design is done, then I will go over it with a damp cloth again. And then it'll sit for a day or two and then go in the oven and be ready to be on its way. It's a little noisy outside today. Sorry, you guys. It's nice enough that I'm able to keep my window open, which is lovely to get some fresh air in. It's chilly, but there's no wind at all. So the air is very, very still. All right, so I'm going to now set that down a little bit, and then we're gonna go here. No, I should have left that up, but it's nice because it's so easy to adjust, right? This mug stand is so easy to adjust. So we're gonna do the other side of the teal, and then I think the orange is dry enough that we can go and do another set of swoops there. All right, this is great. I feel like we're really cooking with gas here. This is awesome. And once these mugs are done, then we can get back to those candle holders, which I think will be fun. Thanks for all the love, you guys. All right, so let's flip that over, grab this one. So a bunch of new ornaments up on the website today. They'll be there until around midnight tomorrow night to try and get in under the wire for the shipping deadlines. There's 8 different designs, not new. Some of them are new designs of ornaments. If you want to check them out, a lot of them have the paw prints in them. Lots of paw print ornaments. I'm already starting to think of ideas for next year. Trying to figure out how many different designs to do and all that good stuff. Already have ideas. And then after kind of the shipping deadline, I will take everything back to the remaining pop-ups. So I have a pop-up on the 16th, a pop-up on the 18th, and a pop-up on the 23rd, and that's all at the Markets Ontario location in Bowmanville, Ontario. So if you are in or near the Bowmanville, Ontario area, on the 16th, 18th, or 23rd, I will be at that location in downtown Bowmanville, and I'll have a whole bunch of stuff to sell. I'll have a bunch of ornaments, a bunch of mugs, some candle holders, and I'm probably going to sit and do some painting there the next time. I kind of want to sit and paint live in the store. So if you're around that area, come and say hi one of these days. The walking dots and this design in particular, I find I can easily get lost in. This design, if you want the step-by-step pattern for painting this design, it's available for download on my website as well. It's called Delight. There's a section of my website called Downloadable Patterns, I believe. You'll find it there. But totally addicted to this design, totally addicted to these colors, and definitely colors that you're going to be seeing me use quite a bit over time. This is one of those color combos. It's like the neon color combo. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be used a lot. Now I could have used a smaller tool here. I forgot that this green paint is so thick. So I probably should have done a smaller tool, or paid more attention to how much paint I was loading on. That's all right. What are you guys working on right now? Are you guys painting ornaments? Are you getting ready for more markets? Making presents for loved ones? Painting just for yourself for fun? What are you guys working on? And let us know in the comments how many of you here are running a business or trying to run a business with all of this. Let's see how many other entrepreneurs there are, or hopeful entrepreneurs, and let's encourage each other and help each other grow. Stuff in my face sounds amazing. It's called Markets Ontario. It's a store where makers can rent a shelf every month to sell their stuff. And we are having some pop-up markets there in December. So I'm going to be there for a pop-up at Markets Ontario in Bowmanville. And I will be there on the 16th, the 18th, and the 23rd. And it will be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on those days. So I do have a shelf there where I sell some of my stuff. And then I'm bringing a whole bunch of stuff with me for the pop-ups. Prepping keychains for stocking stuffers. Are you enjoying painting the keychains? I think they're awful fun. Painting pride ornaments for my BFF and her spouse. Yay, that's lovely. Baby's first Christmas ornaments, the one that needs the moon. Ah, gotcha. Oh, that's lovely. I love that name. Was working on coloring an anatomical mushroom heart drawing. Yes, that counts. That always counts. Fair is over, thank goodness. Got a few orders, and then I want to... fantastic, Terry. I'm excited for ya. I'm excited for ya. That's wonderful. I hope that the market went well, and I hope you really enjoyed it. And your work is beautiful. There's zero reason why you can't make that a success. That's wonderful news. Yay! You need and want to make it a business? That's awesome. Well, you're doing the first thing you need to do, which is keep creating, right? Create, talk about yourself, get yourself out there. The hardest part about all of it is selling yourself. I met a lovely, lovely lady and her husband at the pop-up on Sunday, and we became fast friends. Like, we've already said to them, yeah, we need to be sitting together for every pop-up because these are my people, you know. And she was absolutely delightful, and she sold me better than I sold myself. People would walk up to my table and I wouldn't even have a second to get a word in, and she hand paints all of this, you know, look at this, isn't she talented? And then we figured out very quickly, because she wrote a beautiful journal that I bought. I'll share it with you guys one of these days too. I was telling people about the journal. So I was selling her stuff and she was selling mine. So we're like, next time we just need to swap tables and sell each other's stuff, because it's so much easier to talk about someone else's stuff, right? So much easier. It's really hard to sell yourself. Well, I don't know if there's ever any advice that I can provide for you, but if there is, I'm happy to do so. And always, always happy to be a cheerleader for you. Because that's super exciting. Taking the leap. I don't think I've sold any mug stands. Aww. And it's so much easier when you've got somebody, right? If it's one thing for you to try and do it yourself, but it's so much easier when other people who have used it and love it just want to kind of add to that. It's so nice to find that, and it's why I'm happy to do it, because I know people do it for me, you know? Horrible at selling my art. I'm shy. In lots of pain too. Oh my God. Oh, Kimmy, I'm so sorry that you have to deal with all of that. That's so much. Well, follow the joy in it, right? Keep painting. And a lot of times you don't have to sell yourself, right? Sometimes you can figure out a way to get other people to do it for you. Find that friend who thinks that everything you do, that the sun shines out of your ass, and ask them if they would write a couple bits of copy, or hey, when I show you this time-lapse video, what would you like me to be talking about? I've got a friend that gives me ideas like that all the time, where she's like, okay, well, I saw this video and I was hoping you were going to talk about this, but you ended up talking about this. So she sends me ideas all the time. Pick the brains of those friends of yours to help with that, Terry. Or, sorry, that was Kimmy. Yeah. You met your goal at the fair. That's amazing. It's amazing how many people admired the work. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, really difficult, and it can really feel like a punch in the stomach sometimes. You know, if you like it so much, buy it, right? But one of the things that I kind of realized at these markets is there is consistency. When it's a market that happens once a year, you'll find that there's people that it takes years before they're able to buy your stuff, but they want to see that you keep going, right? There's a massive long game in this that I never even began to think about until this Sunday. There was a lady that was there, and she said, for the first 3 months that she had rented a shelf to sell some of her stuff at the store 2 years ago, she almost pulled out of the store because she didn't sell anything. And she said, and now I own half of the store, and I run my own bakery out of here now. So the possibilities are there, and I think it's really about nurturing that community. I think if you nurture, you'll start doing a ton of markets if that's where you want to build your community or build a community. You don't have to do just one, right? There's going to be that in-person market group of people. Then there's going to be people if you become associated with a particular location. There's a bunch of those different stores here in Ontario now where makers pay a monthly rent and sell their stuff on the shelves at the store. Those kind of affiliations can help. I had this thought when I was sitting there. I'm like, if I came into this store on a regular basis, I would have to have a list of what I'm saving up for next. Like I'm just not one of those people that could walk in there and buy everything that they like. And you've got 150 vendors and so many different people there. It's that consistency that it really is about the long game. And it's really, really hard to remember that when people are standing there telling you how much they love your stuff and then they walk away. It's really tough. I started customizing shoes, painting ornaments, acrylic paint. That's awesome, Kimmy. Paint the things that make you happy. But it's a hard one. It's something that I hadn't considered because honestly, I haven't sold much at the store, and I was thinking I might need to pull out of this store. But there's a community of people that go around to these different events, and they will go to every craft fair at Christmas time, or they go to every art show in the summer, or every outdoor, craft show at the beach. There are people that go every single year, and I remember going to the One of a Kind show in Toronto going, this is going to be the year that I get my buckwheat pillow, or this is going to be the year that I get this that I've been eyeing for a couple of years. I hope they're back again this year. It's much more of a long game than I had ever anticipated. I have to keep reminding myself that appreciation does not equal the ability to purchase, and that's really tough. I do have a shop owner who wants my stuff in her store, but I have to tailor my designs to her theme. That can be really difficult, and that could take some of the fun away. It depends on you personally, but it could take some of the fun away, having any restrictions on there. So be really, really sure if that's something you want to do, and make sure that you, really be careful about your pricing and how you want to do that. Have a look and see if you have any maker stores. If you guys are looking to start a business in this, have a look and see if you have any maker stores or stores that source local makers. There's going to be different kinds. There's going to be like a consignment kind of model. There's going to be the kind where you pay rent. And then there's going to be the kind that's just a normal gift shop and they want to have your stuff in inventory. That's going to be a pricing challenge, okay? Because for stores that that normally go out and buy other things to sell retail, there are certain margins and everything for wholesale pricing versus retail pricing. So, for example, if I wanted to sell this mug wholesale, I would have to change my pricing on my website to be a price that would be my retail price. That would be 2 to 2.5 times more, this is minimum, than my wholesale price. So, for example, if I'm selling to a store at a wholesale price of, say, $30, that means that they are going to sell my mug for between $60 and, $60 and $70. So I would also need to sell my mugs for between $60 and $70, or not sell that particular product on my website at all. So there's so many different things to consider. Again, that, not a lot that I've delved into for a lot of that sort of stuff, but just stuff that overwhelmed me when I saw just the sheer volume of stuff that there is to learn. So I think that's the biggest thing, is be patient and learn as much as you can, and don't marry yourself to any idea, right? There's nothing that has to be permanent at all. Try different things, see what works. I think that's wonderful. And of course they're interested in your stuff. Terry, your stuff is so friggin' gorgeous. You do such a beautiful job. Make sure that it's something that's really, really good for you, because if you have one store owner, you will have more. So you have the ability to choose. Don't feel like you're held hostage or need to do anything. And as soon as it feels right and feels like a great relationship with a store owner, jump all over it, because your stuff is going to sell great. Yeah, exactly. There's just not money in the budget, right? Like I said, there's that same store where I'm selling my stuff. I have a list of things. I'm like, okay, so the next thing I'm going to buy is this mug. And then the next thing I want to buy is that blanket. And then the next thing I want to buy is that. That takes time. You need to get on people's list, and then you need to show up, and then you need to teach them, is your stuff going to be there consistently? And is it something you're going to be coming back for on a regular basis, or something that you don't feel like you're going to miss out on if you don't buy it right now? Or are you looking to buy something from a seller whose stuff is always changing, right? So I'm kind of trying to decide which of those I want to be. It's a lot. And remembering that not everybody has that budget to buy right then and there, or they might have already committed to something else. But it's hard not to take that personal sometimes. It's really tough. Every craft show, maybe next year I'll start selling. Yeah, do it. Do it, Cal. Do it. If it feels good to you, definitely do it. So we've got one more row of walking dots to do here, and then we've got a whole bunch of swoops. Yay! So we're going to do some yellow walking dots after this one. And then we'll do some more swoops and see what else we can get done in the next 50 minutes while we're still live here. If you guys aren't already following Terry, you really, really should be. Her work is absolutely gorgeous. So many incredible artists that are already here in the comments. Check out each other's pages and support each other as best you can. You never know if you might find your next favorite artist just from sitting and chatting here one day. Oh, I gotta sneeze again. Sorry. It's coming. We had a blast of colder air in here. I think that went straight up my nose. It sure it definitely helps, for sure. But it really is enjoyable, isn't it? And I think that is, if you can let yourself just enjoy that stuff, I think that there's a lot of success to be had there. Because the pressure isn't there. I don't need you to buy my stuff. I'm not desperate for it. If you like it, great. If you don't, you don't. I'm still going to be here, and I'll be coming back, and I'll see you again next year. And maybe I'll have some new stuff. There's so many possibilities there. Thank you for the blessed poo and the bless you. All right. On to yellow. Yeah, I kind of, it was a bit of a realization. I'd hear people like, oh my gosh, I've been so excited to come in. And yes, I heard like even the staff at the store were celebrating with people at the cash, going, oh my gosh, you finally get to buy it. You've been looking at this for months now, and you've sworn you were going to come back in and buy it. And I'm so excited for you that you're finally getting it. So it really made me realize that there's a lot of long game there. A lot of it. Oh, hi, Tammy. I'm so glad you're here. It's so good to see you. Sending you so much love. I wish we could give you a great big hug. Taking a picture kicked you out. Well, that's not good. That's not what you want. Oh, there's a great big paint booger in there. I was lazy and didn't stir my paints before I started painting today. Tammy, everything in my body wants to say, how are you? And then at the exact same time, everything in my body says, that's a dumb question. So, I just want to say that we love you. Yeah, love you to bits and pieces. And my apologies, guys. Plug your ears. I'm going to blow my nose. Sorry. Welcome to my life to anybody who's new. So sorry that that's where we started off. But it's lovely to meet you. Oh, man. So for anybody who's new to my lives, while I'm painting, I can't see the screen on my phone. But I will pause on a regular basis to come back in and catch up on any comments that I've missed. I need more devices so I don't have to do everything with my phone. Yeah, you need to set up a home theater system with all the different devices. You're welcome, Tammy. Love you to bits. No dumb questions, hanging in there. Yeah, change of scenery and something that resembles something normal. Well, we will do the absolute best we can to be that space for you here today, Tammy. Do our absolute best. Mm. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing 2 of these mugs. They're made to order. So when I get an order for one, I kind of place it in the production queue, figure out when it's going to get done. It's usually about a 4 to 6 week window to allow for these to get done. But if you've had your eye on any of the Christmas ornaments, definitely head over to my website before tomorrow. We're getting close to the deadlines for postal services, getting to things to people on time. And I put about 40 ornaments on the website to try and make them available and not just keep them hoarded for the pop-ups. You know, take advantage of that little bit of extra time we have for the postal deadline. So if you've had your eye on an ornament or two, definitely take a look. I have added a couple new designs. I have them sitting here with me. If you would like to see them, I'm happy to show them to you. Or my link is in my bio if you want to go to my website and see them there as well. How you doing, Heather? It's good to see ya. I wish I could find that size of mug. We don't have them here. Oh, that sucks. That super, super sucks. I don't know why the Dollar Trees can't just have all the same products north and south of the border. Hi, Molly. How you doing? Everyone an artist in their own way. Yes, exactly. Never two the same. Exactly. 100%. Everyone is loving the ornament patterns. Oh, that's wonderful. You did a beautiful job on the ornaments. I saw your pictures today. They look fantastic. Oh, I'm so sorry, Molly. Sending you lots of love. Keep an eye on the mail, Molly. There may be a surprise on its way for you to look for soon. Love you to bits, Molly, and happy to have you here. Sending you lots and lots of love. We lost our Dollar Tree. We closed it, and that's the absolute... Oh my God, 60 miles. Doing better, have a severe repertoire. Oh my God. Oh, Michelle. Heather, sorry. Michelle. Michelle's not here. I'm so sorry, Heather. Are you feeling better now? Are you feeling more like yourself now? Is there some residual stuff hanging on? I'm glad. Please take care of you. These things are hanging on for dear life. Just take care of you. Don't need you guys getting sick. All right. Now we move on to this one. And here we go. Glad. Oh, good. Way better. Wonderful to hear. Thank goodness. Please continue to take care of yourselves, you guys. I have a feeling it's going to be a long winter. A long, sicky season. Thanks for coming and hanging out tonight, guys. This is the first painting that I've done in a couple of days. Since Saturday, since the live on Saturday, actually. So, this is nice to sit down and do this. The rest of this week we've got, there's a live every day. Tomorrow I'm going to be live. I think it's from 1 until 3 or 2 to 4 Eastern. Thursday evening I am going to be going live from 7 until 9 p.m. Eastern on Christina Lee's Facebook group. And then back here on TikTok Friday night. I have a memorial to go to on Friday, so I am really going to look forward to coming and hanging out with you guys Friday night. That'll be a nice way to decompress and feel some love. If you're new to my lives, just know that while I'm painting, I can't see the screen on my phone, so if you have asked a question or left a comment, I'm not going to be able to see it for a couple of minutes. I just don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. I just wanted you to know that. So it'll take a couple of minutes. I'll pause every once in a while to come back to the comments and scroll back and make sure that I can catch up on what I've missed. So just know that if it takes me a couple minutes to get to your question or comment, that I'm not ignoring you. I don't want you to feel like that. All right, coming back here. Coming back to the comments. Bear with me 1 second. I feel way better. I literally felt like I was hit by a semi. Oh my God. Oh, and the body aches is awful. Jocelyn, I use multi-surface acrylic paints. I'm using mainly Craft Smart multi-surface for this particular one. I'm so glad. Good. Jen, no sealer necessary. These are multi-surface paints that will cure to be top shelf dishwasher safe after baking. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Always fun to paint with friends, even if they're in my phone, right? It's nice it's like the best of social interaction without having to figure out how to leave and go home. When you get it both, it's lovely. It is top shelf dishwasher safe. I don't recommend that though, just because all of the little delicate dots and everything, I'm super paranoid about it. And the idea of, that scares the crap out of me. I've had lots of friends who have my mugs that have put it in the dishwasher and they've been perfectly fine, but my paranoia says hand wash just to be safe. When these paints are made, it's meant to be brushed on, right, in a fairly thin layer, and definitely more surface area than some of these dots have. So I would err on the side of caution there, just to be safe. Good questions. Any other questions? Please make sure you leave them, and we'll do my absolute best to answer them. And the folks here will help me. Thank you, Sharon. You're awesome. Oops. The temperature to bake them on depends on the brand of paint, so always check the bottles. Even within the same brand, the baking instructions and curing instructions can change as they change their formulations over time. So always, always, always default to the instructions on the bottle. If there are no baking or curing instructions on the bottle, you can double check on the company's website, the manufacturer's website. But for the most part, if they're suitable for glass or ceramics, it will say so in the description, and it will have some curing instructions. Multi-surface is not the same as all-purpose. All-purpose is not typically paint on ceramic or glass. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do some yellow swoops. No, we're not. We're going to do some of those yellow swoops because I'm afraid I'm going to stick my hand in there. So let's see if we can do this one. Were you able to get any sleep today, Cynthia, if you're still here? Hope you're able to get some rest. Once all these have dried, I'm going to put one large swoop right down the middle. That'll be something I do tomorrow. And then I let it dry for a day or two before putting it in the oven. The paints give very detailed instructions on how to cure, how to bake them and curing them. So definitely make sure you follow the instructions on your bottles. No, I am close to a main city road though. Not a highway, but a busy one. Definitely a busy one. There's a small municipal airport nearby as well. And there's usually helicopters flying all over the place. Would it help if the stand had little arms coming out to the side for you to rest your painting hand on? Like here? Perhaps, yeah. That could very possibly be helpful there. Yeah, that's interesting, Jennifer. Maybe. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're able to get some rest. Yeah, Jennifer, I think that might be a big asset. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to let that dry because I don't have somewhere to put my hand to do those sides. So what we're going to do is we're going to tilt this up again, and we're going to start on the swoops on the other end. So first thing we're going to do, they're going to be quite a bit bigger. So I need to change my tool. Change the tool, and we've got some great big ones first. Yeah, I think that could be a really interesting thing to explore, Jennifer. I think that could be very, very interesting. Yeah, it could help to speed up production time if you're not having to put things aside just because you need to drive for a place to secure your hand, right? Because half the time that's the only reason we put stuff aside, right? Is to give it time to dry so that we can put our hand down on it again. So yeah, that could definitely be a big help. All right, so where am I doing this? I'm doing this to here. Okay, I can't see anything. I'm not tilted up enough, sorry you guys. I need to tilt up a little bit more this way. Now I can see a little bit better of what I'm doing here. I'm not commenting on it. That's totally okay. It's fun to watch, isn't it? It's so fun to watch it grow. Yeah. That could be interesting anyway. That could be a really cool thing to do regardless. Because you do get to a point where you tilt it to a certain spot. It does kind of start to unbalance, right? I mean, it's fairly far, but it does happen. So yeah, that might produce enough pressure on it that it makes it a little bit difficult, but yeah, I don't know. I think that could work really well. All right, so I'm going to do this here. Pop the bubble. I will put one over here as well. I just wanted to get the height and the length of this. I love being able to use an absolute crap ton of paint too, because then it's going to dry nice and puffy so that when the person's holding it, hopefully it'll feel really satisfying. One of the things that I noticed, and Terry, you might have noticed this as well, the number of people that pick up the stuff and rub their hands over it and talk about how nice it feels, all the bumps and everything. Did you get a lot of that? I got a lot of that. a lot of that. I love the feel of it. So I'd like to explore that a little bit more, especially on the mugs, right? Because it's already something that we're holding on to for a while to make it feel really good on the hands. I think can be really fun. I did that once with the Elegance pattern, and I ended up with some bubbling that happened when I baked the mugs after putting a couple different layers on the multi-surface paints. So I think that's something I'd like to try again eventually. Yes, exactly, of Braille, yes. It's a legit coping technique, yes. My DV therapist approves. There you go, right? It is. It's totally legit. All right, so one, or two, three, excuse me, 4, and There we go. All right, so now we are going to start with orange. Oh, that one needed a pink swoop right in there too. Aw, thank you, Laura. This is a design of a mug that I offer as a made to order. So I don't have any ready to ship in my shop, but if you want this design painted on a mug, I can do that for you. This pattern is also available as a step-by-step download on my website as well. So if you want to follow a step-by-step pattern to paint this design, it is available there too. Oh, and a quick little show of a few ornaments that have been added to the shop recently. And they're going to be there until tomorrow at midnight to try and take advantage of getting some of these on their way to some new homes before the shipping deadlines, before Christmas hit. So this one is black, and this one is a black glitter as well, but it's got more in it. It's got some silver and some teal and some magenta glitter as well. So compared to the black glitter, quite a bit of a difference. It's always fun, you know, we've done this quite a few times on mugs, to take the same design, same color scheme, and just put it on a different color background. And it was really fun to do that with these ornaments, because there's the black glitter and the regular glitter, and then there's the white glitter. I think they turned out really, really well. So these are available on my website until tomorrow. This is another one of the designs of the paw prints. And then there's also a few of these ones left that are the 360 wraparound designs. There's a few of those available on the website. And I think there's one or two of this one left as well. I love that one. I still think I like it in the red, green, and gold the best, but I do like the teal. So there's a couple non-paw print ornaments and then a whole bunch of paw print ornaments that are there. Links in my bio if you want to check those out. All right, so let's get ready to do some swoops. We are going to orange, and these ones are going to be quite big. So I'm going to use a slightly bigger tool. And there's a bubble in there. Those new designs as well are going to be available as a downloadable pattern, the rainbow and the red and green on the white. They should be ready as a downloadable pattern sometime next week. I love that you matched the ribbon. That was one of my biggest joys when I walked out of the store with this teal ribbon. I was over the moon. Now, I did try to tie a bunch of bows, and I realized that that is so not my forte. So standard knots it is. That teal ribbon makes me so happy, and so does the red ribbon too. The one that makes me the happiest is I had this blue sapphire ribbon that I put on this one, and I love that one too. But I didn't have any more of that. I want to get some of that for next year. Make sure I've got some fun different colors of ribbon. Makes me think of Monica. What'll happen to the ribbon drawer? Where will all the ribbon go? Sorry, just a little friend's outburst there. All right, I'm going to do the other one. I'm going to try and let these swoops dry as much as I can in between. So we're going to do this, then we'll switch over and we'll do the other yellow on the bottom half here. And then we'll see what's drying and what our timing is like. See if we can add anything else yet, or if it's going to have to wait until tomorrow to dry a little bit. Swoops make me so happy. I used to hate swoops. Swoops used to make me angry. Now they're all I want to do. Hi, Chameleonaire. Right, Sherry? It's so satisfying. All right, so now I'm going to go back to the yellow on the other side. And we are going to... Oops, I need to put that down a little bit more. This stand is the best thing ever. Jennifer, if you've got any guapes, has them on her Etsy shop. Holy cow, you guys, 3,000 likes. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. That's so sweet of you. Thank you, thank you. All right. Next. Swoops are just the best. My favorite. Now I find them so relaxing. And I find them faster than walking dots. I feel like when I'm doing walking dots, I feel like I'm going in slow motion sometimes. Which is good to do that every once in a while, right? It's nice to be able to slow things down intentionally and not be in such a hurry. I'm not good for that. Oh, that's a wonderful idea, Heather. Yes, those ornaments would make great appreciation gifts for volunteers at a shelter. Blame my type A personality every time we hit an odd number. I have to even it up. I love it. Thank you for that. These colors are so much fun to work with because of how vibrant they are. You know, it's so freaking addictive to work with all of them. And I don't know if you were here, Jen, before when I showed the candle holders. So let's take a quick second and I'll show the candle holders that we're working on too. You want to see some vibrant colors? Woo, baby. You just wait. So I did an incense holder way back with all these neon colors. This glows in the dark as well. Not suggesting it was all mean. I know you played a huge part in that, and I appreciate it. And I think it's a good problem. And then this is the candle holder. Same design, same colors. Just starting to wrap around. And then we'll have the candle in there. Has a little bit more to do, but it's almost done. Almost done. And this one feels nice too. It's got a really nice texture. Then the second one that will be finished is this one. This one just has a few little top dots left to go. This is a modification of my Phoenix pattern. The Phoenix color scheme and Phoenix pattern are available on my website as well, just like the Delight pattern is. I will be creating a downloadable pattern for that one and this one as well. I'm just not sure when it's going to be yet, but I friggin' love these. And these paints make me so happy. So look at when you get up nice and close. This is why I switched to Deco Art Americana from just randomly grabbing whatever paint colors I could. Is just look at how smooth those swoops are. Like, there's no bubbles, there's no imperfections. They dry so freaking smooth that there's just nothing there. It's so satisfying. And then we have the teal one. That I'm working on. And then we have this one here as well. So these should be available soon. But those neon colors, there's between these metallic multi-surface paints and the neon colors on that candle holder. Oh, it might be the only thing that I ever paint with anymore. Might be the only colors I ever paint with anymore. These ones are Craft Smart multi-surface, and the other ones are a whole mixture of a whole bunch of different paints. There's some Deco Art Americana. There's some Craft Smart. There's some Deco Art Crafters acrylics. There's all kinds of different brands in that neon stuff. But yeah, I'll be creating a downloadable pattern for it as soon as I can. Hello. Deco Art, isn't it wonderful paint, Jen? It's so nice, eh? You love the candle holder? I'm so glad. So Deco Art Americana for regular acrylic. Yes. Absolutely. That would be my number one preferences. Is that Wolf? Shut up. I only see, is it beavers or squirrels? Pictures of squirrels. I don't see a username, so I didn't know it was you. How are you? It's so good to see you. How lovely. It's been a long time. I hope you are doing well and all the critters are doing well. What was that? Let's see if we can fix that one. Here we go. I just wanted to make sure I could get it off without pulling off the orange. So I'll just pull this off and then I'll repaint it because it went a little smooshy. Don't want to worry about that other one. No, get away. So I'm trying to pull the paint off. I'm not gonna worry about the streakiness. I'm gonna let the streaks of paint dry. Then I'm gonna go in with my stir stick, and that'll basically erase the the paint off the ceramic. Anything wood, toothpick, barbecue skewer, anything like that would also work. It acts very much like an eraser. You can apply some pressure without worrying it too much that it's going to scratch the surface. And you can get in there, especially if you've got really tiny toothpicks, they can help you get into really tight spots where you may have fixes or changes to make. So the other way to do it is to wait until the paint has dried, for example, like in here. And pull the dot off. Now I'm going to be pulling these dots off of all of them and these pink ones too, because I've got something to add in here. This is how I did the last one. This was a space holder dot. So you can go through and it can help you pull them right off. Now you want to do that fairly soon after you've put the paint down, because the longer it sits and cures, the more difficult it's going to be to get it off of the surface, right? So could be better. Oh, I'm so sorry. Not publicly and no one's in danger. Oh, I'm so sorry. And if you'd like to share. That's better. Still got a bubble, but it's better. We're going to be here for about another 10-15 minutes tonight. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out. If you're looking for any of my hand-painted ornaments, hand-painted mugs, anything like that, links in my bio. You know the drill. You know the drill. All right, and we're going to do this one. I'm going to go back to orange here for a minute. And let's see. Now, one of these ones on the bottom have to be a little chunkier. So I used a different tool. I just saw the comment that says out of the charges. Are we having issues with comments not coming through still? God, that's so frustrating. Yeah, your comments aren't showing up, love. I'm so sorry. First one that we see is out of the charges. That also means the kids most likely will never get justice. Just makes me mad that he's going to get out of it. Yeah, we didn't see anything before that, unfortunately. Hi, yes, this is multi-surface acrylic paints. They do bake to be they cure to be top shelf dishwasher safe after baking. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, we're missing so much of your comments, love. I'm so sorry. Okay, I need to let that dry for a little bit. Yeah, okay. We're at this point where we need to let this dry. Oops. So sorry, Wolf. We're not getting all those comments through. So frustrating. I'm so sorry to hear that there are people that are going through some heavy, heavy stuff, though. Oh, thank you, Red Rock. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm going to just make some inferences based on what you're saying. That's... Oh, Wolf. My stomach immediately ties up in knots. Back in second grade. And so you're saying that he got out of the charges? Yeah. Yes, that makes sense, Sharon. Yeah, might be a subject that's getting flagged there. But we get the gist, Wolf. We're understanding the gist and sending you lots and lots of love. That's that's heartbreaking. Gotcha. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so hard. It's so hard to go through, and it's hard to see other people going through. That's heartbreaking. Oh, Wolf, that's hard. No wonder. Yeah, no kidding, eh? Really good counseling. Oh, that's awful. Sending love to all of them and to all of you wanting to support them. Yeah, it just says some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. It doesn't have a handle design yet, but it will. It will. But not yet. That's where I'm going to have some fun with yours, Cynthia. No one believed them. Oh my God. That's the part that's so sickening, eh? I can't imagine. Can't imagine. Well, Wolf, you keep putting that love out there for those people that need it right now. You are so powerful with that. You keep putting that love out like you always do. That is never going to add to the problem. It's never going to be a bad thing to put that love out there the way you do. You keep doing that. Yes. No shame in counseling. I don't think there is any human being on the face of this planet that has it that together enough that they wouldn't benefit from therapy of some sort. I don't believe there's anybody who wouldn't benefit from it. Yeah, that's just absolutely disgusting. Disgusting was the absolute right word. Absolutely deplorable. Well, sending you lots and lots of love, Wolf. I'm glad you were able to pop in and hang out with us for a little bit. We're sending you lots of love and strength. Keep putting that love out to the people who need it there. And I hope that everybody gets the care that they need, and take care of your heart too. Okay? You're through our pain organizing. Yeah, it's one heck of a job. It feels really good when you get it done, though. It really does. But it was a big job. Oh, God, Cindy, that's so... I can't even imagine. So sorry you're going through that. I really do hope everybody gets the support that they need. Yeah, it's heartbreaking and it's so fast. Yeah. All right, you guys, I'm so sorry to do this, but I am going to have to sign off here. Thank you for coming and hanging out. I hope that coming and hanging out has given you a little bit of a breather, helped you feel a little support, helped you feel a little less alone, and you're going to go cool down. Yes. You are always welcome to come here and vent. We are here to support each other, and we're going to continue to do that, Wolf. And I'm so glad. I don't care how often you guys show up. You show up every single time. You don't show up for 6 months. If you know that you can come back here and show up, and it will still be a safe space, and it will be a space where you can come and get the support and the help through what you're going through, there's no greater success in my mind. You know, if you know that this is the safe space, no matter how long you're away from it, I think that we've done a pretty good job. We love you to bits. And please take care of yourselves. Thank you for coming and hanging with me. I'm so glad that you enjoy my art. It makes my heart really, really happy. And I'll look forward to spending some more time with you again really, really soon. 1 to 3 tomorrow. I apologize. Check my profile, the pinned post on my profile. It has the live schedule for where I'm going to be tomorrow. Christina Lee's group on Thursday evening, and back here on TikTok Friday evening. Sending everybody so much love to all of you. Take care of yourselves, please. And yeah, we'll see you again real soon. Another quick little look. We got some ornaments. If you know anybody that is in the market for some ornaments or looking for some unique gifts, if you would share my profile with them, that would mean the absolute world to me. And keep sending lots of love to each other. Everybody's going through shit. We got to keep loving each other to help each other. And I hope that spending time here has helped you guys as well. You see an owl? Oh, here in the mug. Yeah, there's an owl in the mug. Right in here. Take care of yourself, guys. We'll see you again really, really soon. Bye.